We, all of us, have been trying to outrun Mother Nature. But it's pretty clear that Mother Nature has outrun us. The reality is we're living in an era of extremes.
We are living in an era of extremes. That was Governor Gavin Newsom earlier this afternoon, addressing the upcoming stretch of extreme heat. I'm Alex Bell, and this is To the Point. We're taking the time to go in depth into issues that are affecting the lives of Northern Californians. And now two things happened today. First, Governor Newsom declared a state of emergency. He's trying to increase energy production and reduce demands on the state's power grid. We've also been issued a statewide flex alert through tomorrow, which we'll get to in just a second with Monica. But we also want to mention that Sacramento County is also recommending that organizers postpone or cancel outdoor events planned during the day this Saturday all the way through to next Tuesday. There is a lot to prepare for. Chief Meteorologist Monica Woods is here to break everything down. Monica, what do we need to know?
Well, first and foremost is now we have an excessive heat warning that is upgraded from our watch yesterday. Starts up on Saturday, lasts through Tuesday. As we zoom in a little bit closer, you can see all the areas in the valley and even into the foothills affected by this. Some of the peak temperatures, 115 degrees with very little overnight relief. Also towards the coast, we're looking at an excessive heat watch that also starts up on Saturday. Dangerous heat mostly for interior areas with temperatures in the 90s, all under this ridge of high pressure, a classic setup for a stretch of 100s like this, peaking on Labor Day with a high of 112 and dangerous heat. Possible record highs as well. So as Alex was mentioning, a couple of things that we're going to be following: flex alerts, air quality, fire danger, and sporting events. Some of them already postponed or even delayed for the start. First, that air quality. It is a spare the air day for tomorrow, so reducing driving and equipment use will certainly help to keep the air clear, as well as using active transportation like any type of regional transit that we can use. Air quality for tomorrow and healthy for sensitive groups in Sacramento, El Dorado, and Placer counties expected to only get worse, as well as the stress on our power grid. So for tomorrow, you want to make sure that we are doing our voluntary power conservation, turning up the AC to 78 degrees or higher, and postponing larger appliance uses, especially during that peak time from 4 to 9 p.m. Alex.
Now, you're going to be hearing that term flex alert a lot over the next few days. So we looked into who exactly gets to make that call and why flex alerts are used in the first place. Here's what I found out. Flex alert can be used to issue when the group that oversees the electric grid is worried about a high level of usage. For many, that group is CAISO, or the Independent System Operator. CAISO is a balancing authority, and their job is to regulate how power is used between the major utilities and the people they serve. The United States electric grid is broken up into three sections. We're in the Western Interconnection, or WEC. Inside WEC, there's 37 balancing authorities. 8 of them operate in California, and CAISO is the largest by far. It covers about 80% of the state's grid and monitors the largest utilities like PG&E. In our area, there's also Bank, which oversees SMUD in Sacramento and MID in Modesto. The point is, when a balancing authority issues a flex alert like they did today, they'll notify customers with a text or email. The flex alert is a strategy to stretch the amount of power on the grid by asking customers to use in a conscious way to avoid more restrictive measures like rolling brownouts. We know a lot of people have a lot of questions, especially when we're seeing this many days of heat. So we went straight to SMUD. We have Lindsay Van Lanningham right now to answer some of the most pressing questions. Lindsay, I think the biggest question on everyone's mind is, are we going to have power? Are we going to see any outages with this much heat?
Yeah, barring some sort of an emergency, we foresee having enough power to get customers through the weekend. So we do not foresee any sort of power outages or rotating outages or anything like that.
So people can expect to have electricity. That's not a concern that they should have right now.
Yeah, barring some sort of a grid emergency, yes.
And what about AC? When's the best time that people should be running their AC at a higher temperature?
Yeah, so if customers are really looking to stay cool but still conserve, we're looking at the 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. time frame. That's when energy use is at its highest, and it's also the most expensive. So we ask customers to turn their AC to about 78 degrees to help save. On top of that, for every 2 degrees that they turn their thermostat up, they can save 5 to 10% on cooling costs.
And a lot of people, like you said, they're just trying to save money and stay cool. What are some other things that they can do or some tools that they can use to do that?
Yeah, little things like, closing your curtains on windows that face the sun, running your ceiling fans, not letting your house heat up to begin with. You can cook cool in the evening times to not heat up your kitchen. But we also have some really cool tools over on smud.org/heatwave. And customers can help compare different appliances in the house in different times of day to see how much it costs so they can really get a handle on their bill.
All right, Lindsay, thank you so much. We appreciate it.